Good evening, dignitaries on the dais. I first of all thank Christ for inviting me as a chief guest for this event. Already it's very late, so I'll try to be as short as possible. I just want to focus on a few issues, like since we are all from the urban banking sector. So cooperative urban banking as a sector is very important from the government perspective. So we never try to measure you from the financial aspects. Like we don't compare you with other banks in terms of deposits or this, or maybe other banks are big. But then a question comes, why government is so keenly investing in urban banking? Because you all may be aware, but I would like to repeat, from the government point of view, urban cooperative sector is very important because you are performing very important role in the economy. One of the very important roles that you're doing means there are many roles, is the financial inclusion. See, we are a big country as such, and still a lot of people of our population are out of the financial sector. So you are doing financial inclusion. You are taking banking services to the very downtrodden and poor. You are inculcating the habit of thrift among the poor. So you are bringing the informal sector. You are actually serving the informal sector. You are giving opportunities for employment. So all these sectors, as a government, we value a lot. And so government, as such, is lot of concern to how this urban cooperative sector will thrive, it will build. You are aware that I am on various committees of the Government of India. We regularly interact with the government and with all the states. We have every 3 months a conference. And one very good thing has happened in the Government of India. Now Government of India is having a separate Ministry of Cooperation, and you all know Cooperation Minister, Government of India, Shri Amit Shah Sahib. He is such a veteran in the cooperative sector. And his thrust is to strengthen this sector. So all that changes what we see in the RBI, in the Ministry of Cooperation, I feel it's only because of his leadership. So that we have to admit, everyone, it is because of his visionary leadership we see all the changes. So, and we have to focus on it. I'll be very, in January we had a conference in Ahmedabad. Mr. Shah was there from morning till evening. Whole one day he spent for all these things, listening to very carefully to all the difficulties faced in each and all small states, like even in Northeast. And he was again interesting us, you please look upon the cooperative banks. From the Maharashtra perspective, I want to just mention few things. After the COVID, our cooperative banking sector was in the doldrums because around that time, 210 banks were in SAP. But I should congratulate the sector, at least the banking sector, all the federations, and like RBI, and even some with small support of the department. Most of the banks have come out of SAP and PCA. Now, very few banks have remained. So we have been very successfully handled the post-COVID sector. Now it's again consolidating on what we have achieved. Actually, what I personally see, some of the issues in the cooperative banking is I remember the last urban bank license was given in 2003. There were for 2 banks in Maharashtra. One was for Vikas Cooperative Bank and was for one Pune Cooperative Banks. But after 23 years also, many banks are still in tier 1. So that I feel is the issue. When we in the TAFCOP or any other forums, when we start assessing the performance of the banks, I have an issue in the tier 1 banks, their capacity in terms of running a bank as a banker. So that is what is the question. Of course, there are some very good examples, like we have Cosmos, Then we have whatever, like big banks we have, we can take n number of names. But when we go, tier 3, tier 4 are very good. But when we go to the tier 1 and tier 2 banks, then the capacity issues start building up. So if the sector has to perform well, we have to focus a lot on capacity building. That is what of course, one of the features what we are lagging behind vis-a-vis other banks is the technology adoption. And of course, such forums will help upgrading you on the technology. But there are some inherent strength in us which we have to realize. What are our strengths? We should play on our strength. Our strength is unity, our common. So you should always speak common. If you are together, if you negotiate with 10 banks, 20 banks, as a federation you negotiate, then only you will get good deals. If you start going individually to any person, then it is going to be very difficult, because individually, I even see in the cooperative sugar factories, cooperative sugar sector, now in export, now a lot of raw sugar is getting export. All these factories come together and they say, yes, this is our quota. We can collectively export this amount of sugar, and then they are negotiating the rate. Once I asked one of the sugar factory, they said, we will only get a good rate if we have a quantum, if we have a volume. So that is what you have to realize. You have to be together. One of the very important, again, decisions what Government of India has taken is the formation of the umbrella organization. So umbrella organization was one of the decisions. Now it has gone into form. So it is at a very nascent stage, but we all should be a part of that umbrella organization. We should all try to strengthen the organization. So whatever is strengthen that organization or federations, but our collective strength is going to be one of the solutions for the cooperative sector. One of the important decisions recently what RBI has taken, that is again, they have started the capacity building of all the banks, Saksham program. So they are doing in next 3 years, they will be doing the capacity building of all directors and all officers. That's a gigantic task. That is the whole sum come up to 1 lakh. But still, we appreciate that RBI is taking steps in capacity building. So many things are happening. You should be very positive about the approach of the central government and all the institutions in strengthening the cooperative banking sector. I, as a registrar, we are also working very hard, trying our best so that all the banks which are under PCA and SAP to come out of it, whatever positive news we are trying to give it. I just wanted to give 1 or 2 things what we as a department so I will just tell you, at least in 2 banks, one is Bhandari Bank and one is the Lok Seva Bank. We as a department, after DIGC's return of deposit, we have recovered all the amounts, and above 5 lakhs, all the amount the depositors we have repaid. So that is what we are also doing. And many other banks, we have been giving partial repayment above 5 lakhs. So that is what we are doing also, so that the trust of the depositors still remains in the cooperative sector. That is what we are all thriving for. I know it's already too late. I'm sorry, I apologize for coming late to this program, but today is a working day. Already office keeps working till 6:15, so then again making it at 6:30 becomes a bit a difficult job. But I thank you for patiently waiting for me and hearing my views. And I again thank the organizers for inviting me for this program. And with this, I end my words. Thank you. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Jai Sarkar.
Thank you so much, sir.